Shall we start? So good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We've got people from Holland, from UK, from Germany, from Ambon, from Tiakur, from Australia, not sure where else, but anyway, thank you everyone for joining us. Today we're just going to sort of update everybody. Right. So this is the agenda. I'll start with an update of where we are. Tirsa Kailola from Ambon will talk about cultural differences, toolbox that I think be very helpful for tutors. And then Brian Maholete from Holland will talk about digital, safe digital space. Natalie is supposed to talk, but she is unwell today. So I'll talk about key projects in 2022. And then we'll finish with the Q&A session. So next slide. The whole thing will take about 2 hours, but we will have videos and we'll have a break in the middle. So that's hopefully you won't get too bored. The meeting will be recorded. We will keep this just for internal use. If you have any questions, etc., just use the chat box. But also remember, we have the Q&A at the end of the program. So all the longer questions, keep it for the Q&A. And then all the information will be sent to you by email. And then at the end of it, we'll have a small survey. So next slide. So let me start with just a highlight of achievement since we start. So our first class in Bahasa Basudara started in May 2020. So in 21 months, we've done over 300 classes. In fact, today we just set up 2 more classes in Saparua. We have over 2,000 students. We issued over 1,000 certificates, plus probably several hundred that's issued by University of Patimura. We've got 168 tutors and over 75 facilitators. Next slide. That's okay. That's not supposed to be the next slide. Can you move on that next one? Okay. So the students are all over Maluku. So we've got a lot of students in Ambon, Haruku, Saparua, West Seram, Central Seram, Banda. We've got classes in K, in Aru, in Tanimbar, in Tiakur. So basically just about everywhere in Maluku. Outside of Maluku, we've got classes for Malucans in Papua, Malucans in Surabaya, Jogja, Jakarta. We've got students from Makassar, Bali, Ternate. So again, all of lots of places. Next. And in terms of the tutors, about 55% come from Holland, but there's quite a lot from UK, Denmark, Germany. We've got 1 tutor from Middle East. We've got a few in Australia. I think about 10% in Australia, about 20% from Indonesia, and probably about 5% coming out of USA. So the advantage of this, of course, that we can offer class just about any time in Maluku. So some classes start really early in the morning and some classes late in the evening. Next slide, Matt. We won't be successful without strong partners. So we've got 5 universities that we work very closely in Maluku. That's mainly UNPATI, University of Patimura, and EIN, Institute Agama Islam Negeri in Ambon. We also work with IAKN, Institute Agama Kristen Negeri in Ambon, UKIM, Universitas Kristen Indonesia Maluku, and Polytechnic in Ambon. We also teach some English teachers from English schools, so just to improve their quality. We've got link with 1 professional association, that's the Association of Indonesian Geologists in Maluku. We've got 1 educational foundation partner with. It's Hekaleka Foundation. We've also got communities in Jakarta, Sorong, Tual, Ambon, and Saparua that we work with, and GPM churches, the various congregation of GPM churches. We also got, so far we've got 4 corporate partners. They help us with putting together the spelling bee contest, and we'll talk a little bit more about some of the donations that some of the corporate partners have done for us. Next slide, Nat. To highlight, we've been covered in various media in the UK, Australia, in Holland, particularly in Tifa magazine, in Marino magazine, and radio shows. The name, but there's radio show in Holland, but also in Maluku, like in GPM magazine. We presented to various organizations such as the Indonesian Diaspora Congress to highlight what the diaspora in the Maluku diaspora help people in Maluku. We also talked to the Anglo-Indonesian Society. We've got a very active social media team who put all this presentation together. So all of that, we've got active presence in Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and all sorts of things. So lots of people following us from those social media as well. Next slide, Matt. And in March 2021, we become a UK registered community interest company. What it means is that 1, we become official, and 2, we can open bank account, which is very important, which then allow us to do a lot of work. But also, thirdly, we get charity status. So we get charity discounts, for instance. Some of the softwares that we use, we get it for free because of this charity status. Next slide, Matt. Right, Mentimeter. So what do you think of what we've achieved so far? If you have any comments, please go to the Mentimeter and type in what you think. Shall we? I'll leave a few seconds for that. Yeah, we are very pleased about the classes in Aru, in Yakur, and Panimbar, in Banda. So these are places that have very little exposure for English teaching. So that's very, very good that we managed to open classes in those places. Right. Okay, I'm going to leave the next one to, I think, Tirsa, who can talk about differences in culture in teaching in Maluku. Tirsa, pass to you now.